Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. It's Teofimo Lopez, the National Gold Gloves champion in 2015, and at 23 years old, became the youngest undisputed champion of the four-belt era.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174 wins in his 201 fights. A welterweight champion of the world, a 5-time middleweight champion of the world, Sugar Ray Robinson. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Brooklyn, New York in the United States, an electrifying 2-division champion of the world known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Thank you, Todd. You know what? Outside it's hot. Inside it's roasting.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be 2 that we're talking about. High hopes for this battle between these 2 athletes. No defense for that hook. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Big swing and a miss with the hook. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
Can you imagine walking into this, Todd? Walking into an arena with such smart people chanting your name. You can't even hear your corner man whispering in your ear. I've been in situations like that where it can be terrorizing if you haven't got your wits about you.
Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
They're looking really close at this cut. Will the fight continue? So that's that. The referee's made his judgment, and we carry on. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Well, the cut man's got some work to do in this corner.
I hope you've got a good cut.
And there's the bell for round 2. What a fight it has been so far. Wonder what we're going to see in this round.
What a round. What have they got left? How can you get better than that? That is ridiculous. That's stuff you see on video games.
Counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching your every move, your every twitch.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nobody home with that hook. You'd like to see more jabs. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Jab misses. Nice defense on that hook. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. That cut is going to cause some serious problems.
Cornermen, get your job done.
There's the bell to start round 3. And we're back. What does this round have in store for us?
Good work the last round. Be smart. Don't get too braggadocious. You'll get turned over and walk into a shot, and that's the last thing you want.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? A perfect counter shot. And the takeover's in some big trouble now. Trying to buy time. Robinson goes to the canvas. Cue up the replay machine. I have got to see that again.
Where did that come from? What a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come to me.
Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over and over again, they've got it.
Good counter punching. Do you believe this? 10 seconds to go, and what domination we've seen in this round. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. A lot of work needs to be done in this corner. 2 knockdowns in the last round. Here we go to the 4th round. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Straight right just misses. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Look at all that blood, but he's still wanting to come out for more.
Let him back into the fight.
Back into the fray here in round 5. They're off their stools, and what a fight this has been. Will it continue?
What a round. I'm exhausted. They must be absolutely shattered. What could you tell a man when he comes back to the corner? You need the instructions to be simple, precise. Don't befuddle them because they're just shattered.
Oh my goodness. I want to see that one more time.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.
Just wanna run and run away. Away from this place, away from mistakes. Broken promises made to myself to pursue my happiness. I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? Need to escape, need to escape. It's too much weight, it's too much weight on me. Could I just be free? I want to fly away. Live my life in my own way. Give me a new day. I start a fresh, I start again. This could be, this could be, this could be. This could be, this could be, this could be the chance. What are you waiting for? Don't keep doing the same.
Here we are, getting ready for this showdown between these two fighters. Should be a good one. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, English fighting legend Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. It's Teofimo Lopez. He's 5'8" tall and has a reach of 68.5 inches. And he'll be facing the legend, Manny Pacquiao. He's got a reach of 67. The takeover, Teofimo Lopez tries to be entertaining both in and out of the ring. And boy, is he talented, a 2-division world champion. It's the Pac-Man making his way to the ring, a man that doesn't even need an introduction, an absolute legend. What hasn't Pac-Man Dunn, one of the most recognized.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Brooklyn, New York in the United States, an electrifying 2-division champion of the world known as the Takeover, Teofimo Lopez. Fighting out of the blue corner from General Santos City in the Philippines, truly one of the all-time greats, boxing's first and only 8-division champion of the world, Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
If you know you can fight, you don't need a crowd, you don't need anything apart from that opponent in the opposite corner.
No doubt about it, this was the hottest ticket in town by a country mile. Every seat has been sold. After months of uncertainty, we finally have a fight. Back and forth they go. They exchange punches. Defense is not an option for these two. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You'd like to see more jabs. And he scores. Teofimo in some real trouble here. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far.
Whoa, did you see that? Give me just a second here, Johnny. And the Takeover's in some big trouble now. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense is everything because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Nice counter shot. There's a counter shot. The jab doesn't quite connect. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around? Here we go for round 2. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Pacquiao might be in some big trouble here. Is he going to go down? Didn't wait long to get back in and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Lopez is dazed. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Look like it never happened.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here.
Get your boxing back together.
Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Misses with the straight left. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Good job defending the jab. How about that time counter shot? Got out of the way of that right hook. Nice counter shot. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. He threw a punch and just got countered. And he misses with that jab. Down goes Lopez. And he dropped him. The perfect sniper shot. Let's watch it again one more time.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4. You still want to fight?
Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez that last round.
Switch on.
There's the bell for round 4. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Good counter punch. We need to see that again. Some amazing boxing right there.
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Give me your ball.
Did you see that? Pacquiao there got clipped clean. Punch caught him clean. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Is Pacquiao going to go down after that shot? I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Green Days now need...
Final 10 seconds here, and the corner better get warmed up. They've got some work to do. Let's talk about Manny Pacquiao in that last round.
Roll your work all the way through camp.
There's the bell for round 5. Gotta be feeling confident heading into this round after knocking their opponent down twice. Oh my God, Johnny! Pacquiao is rocked. And Pacquiao goes to the canvas. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You okay?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
Teofimo Lopez goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
You're right, Con. What a shot.
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Perfectly matched.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You continue.
Well, they're back up now, but they've got to be cautious. Cannot afford to trade back now, can they? Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Teofimo Lopez in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and this is the beginning of round 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Beautiful counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You've just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
This has been a very competitive round between these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Those counter punches have to hurt. Holding nothing back here in the round. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it. You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen.